Drinking to get drunk, it's a dangerous obsession on college campuses nationwide, and the deadly consequences of binge drinking did not seem to be having a sobering effect on teens. Today, more and more kids are getting drunk at a much younger age. The battle against binge drinking and the newest weapon in the fight, a controversial ad in newspapers today, as Crosstalk continues now. And welcome back, everybody, to Crosstalk NBC. I'm David Gregory. We'll get to the binge drinking ad campaign in just a moment. Also ahead this half hour, the controversial legal battle brewing in Illinois over whether a high school student can be banned from the basketball team because he has a drinking problem. We'll talk to lawyers on both sides. We'll also be taking your calls this half hour. Give us your take on our talk. The number, 888-MSNBC-USA. You can email us, too, at crosstalk@msnbc.com. But then again, you knew all of that. Now back to your guest, and my guest, Alan Lipman. I asked you before, what's going on in the minds of these young people when they get to campus and have this initial burst of independence?
Well, you know, alcohol is the great social lubricant.
Right.
That's true for a lot of adults. It's true for a lot of kids. Now, you know, you think back to when you were going to college. I think kids, while part of it is the business of rebellion that you were referring to a little bit earlier, David, the bigger part of it is that kids they're kind of scared. They are worried about three main things, in my view. They're worried about grades, they're worried about friends, and they're worried about sex, not necessarily in that order. And for some kids, alcohol is going to be the quick and immediate solution. It seems to me that universities pairing these disciplinary measures with providing events that really can be a lot of fun, very interesting, that will be regarded as popular and cool for kids, with everything there but the alcohol, combined with strict and disciplinary measures from the beginning, is the answer. On the one hand, you can't do it, but on the other hand, look, we're going to teach you how to have a great time without the alcohol. For those binge drinkers, I think that's the real potent combination.
Cheryl, but isn't the problem that a lot of these kids are developing their drinking habits well before they get to college? How do you deal with that?
That's true.
Yes, that's really why we did the campaign oriented toward the public, because we can't handle it if a third of binge drinkers started in high school. So it's got to happen, and the public education part's got to happen long before they enter the college doors.
Jeremy, is that your experience? A lot of your fellow students when you first got to school had been drinking heavily, albeit socially, for a long time?
Yeah, I think it starts a lot in high school. And I think that's because there aren't enough alternative activities for students in high school and younger. And I think we need to look at why it's so popular to drink. Why do everyone want to drink? And when we figure that out, we'll know how to attack and how to change the minds of youth so they don't binge drink.
President Carruthers, I mean, here's the problem. Why is it so popular to drink? Yeah, I mean, that's a real big question, but I don't think you're going to answer it, not on a college campus, or you're not going to answer it anywhere else. People like to drink. People like to drink to excess, especially in social situations, and a great many people have a real problem with alcohol and can get into all kinds of trouble. They can kill themselves, they can kill other people, they can hurt others, it can lead to crimes. I mean, how is it that a college campus can take this on when this is really a societal phenomenon?
Dr. Lipman was right in his analysis of the problem for why students drink, but you can set